Now, a Dallas woman and her friend were shopping in Barcelona when that attack happened.
She describes screaming, followed by people running for their lives. Fox 4's Alex Boyer talked to her on the phone shortly after she and her friend were rescued by police. Alex.
Yeah, pretty incredible story. Amy Howell tells me either fate or God intervened, saving her life. Amy was walking down the streets of Las Ramblas when her sunglasses broke. Moments after they stepped into a store to look for a new pair, Amy says she heard a horrible commotion, not knowing that a van had just plowed through a group of people. This is a photograph of Amy Howell and her friend Valerie Istri taken just hours before their girls' trip to Barcelona turned into terror.
I'm looking at the sunglasses and all of a sudden I just hear people screaming. And I'm looking at the street and I'm looking at the people running by, and they have this just look of terror on their face.
That look of terror sparked by a van that ran over dozens of people just a few hundred feet from where the women were shopping in Las Ramblas. They barricaded themselves inside a store along with some 30 other people.
We were pulling down the security doors and we were locking them, and they turned off the music and it got extremely quiet.
Howell says a woman inside the store suffered some sort of medical emergency, but there was no way to get her help since they were trapped while police hunted for the attacker.
We were sitting there watching her and they could not revive her, and it was horrible. It was awful. They ended up, at the end of the day, someone gave her CPR. She was able to recover.
Howell and her friend weren't the only people with ties to North Texas in Barcelona at the time of the terror attack. Former Lancaster High School basketball standout Elijah Thomas was in the city along with the Clemson men's basketball team to play in a tournament against Oregon. The university tweeted out this message assuring folks the entire team is okay. His former coach and friend reached Thomas by phone.
You realize that, here today, gone tomorrow, and that's why you should, every day let them know you love them. When he and I hang up the phone, we always say, love you.
Back at the scene and still trapped inside the store, Amy Howell wanted to tell her husband and kids back home in Dallas the same thing, not knowing if she'd make it out alive.
And the lights were being turned off and we heard gunshots. And I just said, okay, tell the kids I love them. Like, I love them. I love you guys. I love them. And I've had a great, amazing life.
Thankfully, Amy will get the chance to tell her family that in person when she arrives back here in Dallas on Saturday. Amy says she and her friend, who is also from Dallas, were trapped inside of that store for 3 hours before police were able to rescue them and escort them to safety. Steve?
Okay, Alex Boyer in downtown Dallas, thanks.